Welcome in to the City Pigeons live World Series preview show. What is up, everybody? And by everybody, I mean whoever's on the other side of this bad boy.
What's going on?
And my peeps here, Meech, Fink, Rock. What is going on? You got the towel?
Ready.
You got the towel?
I'm ready.
I didn't bring my towel, man. I wish we had known because we could have got in here. We got to get the towel action going.
Like little rally in studio.
In studio rally. So here's what I'm going to need. First of all, these people on the other end.
Yeah, first of all, we need to find out if these people can hear us on
That's
the
what
other
I'm
end.
saying. Somebody click in here and say that you're in here.
you guys
You're in the
hear
mix.
us?
You're seeing it going on.
That's me right there.
You know,
That's
there you
live.
go.
That's
We
not
got
live.
we got a LFG, so that means we're live. And you know, we couldn't be more fired up to be here with you guys. I know everybody is as jacked as they could possibly be about what's been going on. I think we all are starting to finally transfer from the excitement of what happened to NLCS to scrambling to figure out ticket arrangements and watching schedules. Thank God, by the way, that, you know, we're in the World Series. There's no other series going on. We finally have reasonable game times that we can plan our lives around, right?
Right. Each game's 8 o'clock. Boom. We know what's going on. Easy night game. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, those first couple rounds wreaked havoc on everybody's schedule. So then it was like your schedule was totally screwed up and you were losing money and, you know, and falling into the pit of alcoholism. Now,
Wait, why are you losing money?
Because we were spending money on all the tickets. Not you.
And going to the bar to.
Yeah. Were you not now? Have you not been out supporting the community and the economy based on the things the Phillies are doing?
Rob, please
yeah,
tell me you're
yeah.
into these games.
Yeah. Oh, I'm into the games.
All right.
But are you like level with us, right? Are you at home, like kick back on the couch, you know, like super laid back, just watching this, or like are you emotionally involved?
Yeah, are you on edge with every
Oh, I'm
goddamn
definitely on.
pitch?
Like, if it's a game on and it's a close game, I'm definitely into it, and I'm watching it. I'm feeling it in my heart and soul and in my.
I wasn't really,
I don't
I wasn't
feel
really sold at.
Yeah, I feel
Definitely.
the
He's like,
passion.
I'm definitely
I feel the
into it.
passion.
I don't know. I'm
I
like,
just
nah,
got to
nah.
say this: like, if we do determine that we don't think your heart and soul's in this, we may have to reconsider your position here on the City Pigeons podcast.
Oh,
So
that's not right.
If you're interested in joining in lieu of Rock, who may get his card revoked because he's not that into the World Series,
now you're taking
What are you talking about? I'm not that into it. I got my.
He got his Phillies
I got
shirt
my
on,
Philly
yeah.
shirt on.
he's got one of his couple Philly
He's got
shirts.
his Philly shirt from 2011, St. Patty's Day.
Yeah, and he told us
Dude,
his.
shout out Roy Halladay.
Hey, yeah, his Don Brown jersey was in the wash, so he had to go
Yeah.
with the Roy Halladay. Well, thank you for at least bringing a legit player.
Seriously, come on.
Quick housekeeping item for those of you guys who follow any of the social handles. I know people were very excited when Meech put out a tweet about the fact that he was going to be having a parlay for Thursday Night Football
Listen,
tonight.
FanDuel got so scared of me that they cut my risk-free bet down from $100 to $50, which is like I felt offended by it. But here's the problem. I put it out already, but I think you have like 20 minutes or so to put it in. So try and put it up on the screen
We got
if
it.
you
Yeah.
can. If not, we tweeted it out. It's on the City Pigeons Pod Twitter account. But now my point in these single game parlays
go,
is to
Meech.
try and afford tickets to the World Series, which never goes well. When you have
chasing it.
Yeah, when you're chasing something, like when you're in debt and you're like, I need exactly 1,700, and you never win. But I'm hoping maybe the Lord's on my side, the baseball gods, somebody, and
Football gods.
the football gods. Like these are easy stats to attain if you're.
You know, originally I thought that maybe we shouldn't, start by talking about the parlay, and obviously
we had to get it in.
We had to
before
get
the
it in
game.
because it
Yeah.
got backed up. By the way, if you're watching this now, get this thing in.
You got time
We
still?
have learned that some
yeah,
people are
16.
successful by pulling one or two legs out of Meech's parlays and putting those in. So you may want to make your own edits to this. Either way, get a bet in.
$10 wins you $350 still. So
Yeah,
if
we
you
can
don't
all
wanna go that crazy.
we can all ride
$50.
together. But now that I know that your goal is to make the exact amount of money that you want to make to be able to buy World Series tickets, I love the way that we tied it in here. So I want nothing more than for you to win this, and then you
Thank
get
you.
to go on. Now for $1,700 right now, who knows? I'm sure some of the people listening or watching at home actually know this and are all tapped in. What are we getting for $1,700? Is that
Well,
what's
it
that
kind of
getting us?
depends which game. Right now, it looks like the easiest game to go to on a secondary market is Game 3 in Philly.
The Halloween game.
Halloween game, probably because
Halloween.
people have kids and they can't.
Makes sense.
That's where I'm hoping to take advantage. When last minute, some family is like,
Daddy,
yeah,
are you
know
taking me
what?
down trick or
Their
treating?
kid doesn't care about the Phillies, and they're making them feel guilty. And they're like, well, we could make a lot of money by selling them to Mike Meech of the City Pigeons Podcast, so let's just do that.
Listen, I just want to say, I want to set the record straight. First of all, I want to give a shout out to my wife, who immediately knew that trick or treating was not happening this year once the game was scheduled, and also my son.
Wait, what?
Who,
You cancel trick or treating?
What are you talking about?
Like the
yeah.
Grinch.
No, that's not canceled
like
for
a
everybody.
Halloween Grinch.
So your kids don't want to go out trick or treating?
My Dean is going to be coming with me to the game. So no, he wants to go to the game.
So you're going to the game?
I'm going to the game.
Damn.
Hell yeah, I'm going to the game. Come on. Anyway, look, let's not get into that.
I'll trade him his ticket for like 2 Snicker bars.
I don't think he can be bought, man. I don't think he can be bought. So look, good to get the bet out there.
King size. Dean.
Hey,
check it.
King
Dean.
size, the full size.
bro.
All right, the full size.
If I were to, I like that bet, but if I were to take it, I'd get rid of that under 57.5.
Don't question my shit, man. These 2 teams aren't scoring 57.5. That's like just a sweetener.
You think so?
That's just to add a little.
These Thursday night games are always washy, man. And
Nobody
it's
scores
true.
on Thursday night games.
Yeah, he's got a point.
Or they go off on Thursday night, like
No,
last
they don't.
Thursday night.
Name me the last Thursday night game that anybody went off.
Last week.
I wonder what the stats are on that.
Wasn't that Arizona?
I forgot about
That
that.
was pretty.
They
He's
went
like,
off.
"Oh, yeah, forget about that
I was
one."
watching baseball.
Yeah, who cares about football? But I hope you make some money and go Birds this weekend.
Yeah, I hope you win too, man.
Keep it
And
going.
Hope you get
Well,
those
regardless,
tickets.
I'm going to take out a loan and get friggin' World Series tickets. Whatever.
All right, we'll do whatever you
Shit.
got to do.
Yeah.
You know, just try not to, keep the family together, right? Don't mortgage the house or anything like
My
that.
wife is on to it. My wife actually gave me the blessing to go to Houston for like that mega trip where you go Eagles Thursday night
Yeah.
and Game 6 when
Yeah.
they'll
Are you going?
clinch the World Series.
Oh.
I might.
Think there's an apostrophe in there. You said
She
we're
gave me
live.
she gave me the okay.
I'm
but
trying.
that
I'm
doesn't
trying to
mean
get it
we
out like real
can
quick,
finance
man. I'm trying. I'm trying.
achieve it.
Yeah, that could be a little bit
Fink,
of a pricey
Fink is,
trip
is,
last
is
minute.
trying to tweet "We're live," and I'm correcting his grammar as it's going
Nah,
on.
just put out We Live.
We live. There you go.
baby.
Make it even easier. That's the beauty of the Fink tank. I can actually correct him as he's
And
live tweeting.
as Jesse's correcting Fink's grammar, I'd like to congratulate Father Judge for advancing to the soccer the finals of the Catholic League. Right? They won last night. Big game.
No, Ryan won
Oh my
to go to
God.
championship. Father Judge beat Prep. Shout out Seamus, though. You guys lost. You guys owe me a bottle. We bet on that. Don't forget. So now we got the Battle of the Northeast.
Right.
Judge.
soccer?
I went to Ryan.
You went to
Okay,
Ryan.
I
you wanna put some
apologize.
bets
Talking
on
about
this?
high school soccer right now?
Yeah.
I want to apologize
Championship.
to the portion of the audience that could give a crap less about how the Catholic
doesn't
high
like-
school
who
teams
doesn't like
are
Nor-
doing in their soccer playoffs.
Are you against
Listen,
kids?
this was
I'm not
just-
against it, but I mean,
This was just you were correcting his grammar, so this was my way of taking a shot at Father Judge. Just let me go.
see, you just are on a whole nother level, and I can't even get on your level. All right,
You
so
think I want to talk about Catholic League soccer. I just want to.
I should have deduced that.
Okay, thank you.
So anyway, I think we're at the point where everybody is getting as jacked up as possible about the World Series starting tomorrow. Clearly, an improbable run. I think improbable is the best word.
It's like
you
a
can
blur.
use.
I swear to God, I barely remember the Brave series at all. I don't even remember parts of the series happening. That went by so quick. The St. Louis Cardinals little 2-game series, that was so strange, like the times and just how they ended. I don't know, man. This is just so strange, and it's happening so fast that I like this little 4 days off where I could
reset.
recalibrate and think of what actually just happened and appreciate it and move on to beating the Astros.
Yeah. Well, what happened last weekend was so special. It took you a couple days to kind of
It really did.
really revel in that. And now with the game tomorrow, it's time to turn our sights to the Astros. Very much similar situation, I think, to really the Eagles, Super Bowl, where you're on a magical run. You're going up against a great team who's got a lot of playoff experience. And even though the odds are against you, you feel like there's nothing that the team can't do. They've got lightning in a bottle. But I think what I'd like to do here, Meech, because you are the resident City Pigeons baseball expert, I would say. You've been watching this.
I used to run a successful Phillies blog.
Did you run a blog? 'Cause I've never heard you say that before.
Best of Philadelphia, 2010. You never heard me say that?
No, I only heard you bring up old stories and tweets about that blog 17 times in the past week on your Twitter. But it's totally
That's
fine.
cool.
Totally fine. And we'll actually allude to that later when we get into the hat surgery.
Fighters.com. This is a classic. This shirt.
If you want to get
that-
this shirt,
was that
You
shirt
couldn't
say?
even buy this shit. There was
What's
only
it
a
say?
few made. Thefightins.com. This is the
but
OG website.
this is available for $1,700 if anybody would like to purchase it.
It's not
right?
even. It's priceless, and you
You
can't
wouldn't
buy
sell it.
You wouldn't get rid of it for a World Series
I
ticket?
think you'd.
I think it got pitch stains marked, so you wouldn't even.
That
wanna
makes it
buy
even
it.
more valuable.
You
It's
wouldn't
got the
wanna
yellow
buy it.
canaries under
Yeah,
there.
right.
That makes it even more valuable.
I'm wearing
if you
this
ask
hoodie all
me.
the time. This shirt's from like 15 years ago, bro.
I do sometimes wonder, at what point you got to give up on a T-shirt. You know what I mean? I have
Well,
that.
I got that dye where you could
Dude, that shit don't ever come out, man.
It
There's
does.
fucking deodorant stains.
no, it comes out. Don't, I mean,
Well, we'll do another show on deodorant stains. But what I'd like to do
actually,
here,
let's not.
let's not.
Do a show
We just
on
won't
deodorant.
even.
Yeah,
do
let us
deodorant
know in the
stains.
comments how to get rid of deodorant stains out of your T-shirts.
Think. By the way, on the comments.
Told you, Rit dye. You
I'm
can get it off
seeing
Amazon.
like a lot of things going on over there. It looks like a lot of action. How are you managing that?
I'm doing great.
You doing okay?
Colt hates our soccer league talk.
Okay, yeah.
So
See, that's what I'm
we'll
talking
get away
about.
from that.
We got bashed for talking soccer at the Dallas tailgate as well. So happens. But what I would like to do,
We got soccer going on in the city, though.
can you just okay?
All right.
We'll get to the union.
Yeah.
Will we? I'm not sure.
No,
We probably won't.
probably
Not today.
won't.
I don't know.
But
Sorry to
Houston.
but we just
he-
got more important things to tackle.
more important things to tackle. So Houston, right? We're thinking about them. Like I said, kind of similar, not exactly the same pedigree as maybe the Patriots per se, but again, a team that's had a lot of success. Obviously, the whole cheating thing, we all know about that. Hard to say whether they're still cheating. If we lose, we'll obviously say that they were. But Meech, you know these players way better than I think any of us do, and I'm sure there's a lot of people who you kind of have seen some Houston games, but you probably don't know the lineup and the pitchers and who we got to worry about. So we're gonna have our resident baseball expert, Mike Meech. He's gonna run through the Houston lineup, bottom to top or top to bottom, I
I'm
guess.
not going to run through the goddamn lineup. I'm just going to tell you who you should be worried about.
Fair enough. You know what?
That's I don't like to
You're in.
take too much time and
You got it.
waste people's. Now, Houston's really fucking good, like really good.
Shit.
Matter of fact, the last time they lost was against us in the regular season.
Oh, there we go.
That's a
The
sign.
clincher.
Do you remember when we beat them? I don't know if you could whip this up real quick on a live feed, Fink. I'll test your shit. When we actually clinched a playoff spot in Houston,
Right.
I think it was on Aaron Nola's 1-0 game. He
Right.
shut them out, shut them down, and Houston put up on their
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Philadelphia!
I
I love it.
forgot.
I remember.
You think they'll do that if we win the World Series?
I hope so.
Remember, all I could worry about is the locker room getting dirty from the celebration.
So Houston's got a pretty steady lineup, and they're really good top to bottom. And then they have a few guys that they kind of use in rotations and bring in for defensive purposes, so we won't even bother with those guys. But they also have a really good rotation, but their main rotation guy, probably I think he's going to win the Cy Young this year, Justin Verlander.
Sucks.
Sucks. Did you ever see his World Series stats?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
He's,
heard about
he's
this.
winless in the World Series, right?
Started 6 games in the World Series. He's 0-5 with like a 7 ERA or some shit. I mean, he's been atrocious, like just horrible.
Dude,
and he
butthole
starts
gets tight
game
when-
1.
when,
And can you imagine
the
his
series is on the line.
can you imagine Justin Verlander's psyche in game 1 if a couple
Starts
of
to go
those
bad.
like Schwarber tattoos him for a little double into the corner, then Real Muto.
I love it.
I mean,
Love it.
it could get on him so much, and this could ruin a guy like that, who's obviously not performed well in.
By the way, Justin Verlander's always been a great baseball player, but I know he gained some,
Yeah, he's also going to bring Kate Upton
Okay,
to the
that
to
was my
Citizens
question.
Bank Park.
Are they still together?
Yeah.
Okay, so Kate Upton's going to come to Citizen Bank Park?
Wait, who?
Yeah, you don't follow Kate Upton on Instagram.
Wait, who the fuck is Kate Upton?
Man,
I'm very lost.
Oh my
You
God.
don't know who Kate.
no idea
wait,
who
you
that
don't even know
is.
who Kate Upton is,
Not
like
only does he
really
know
at all.
about
Can you
baseball,
pull it
he doesn't
up?
know about
Yes,
Kate
we do.
Upton.
Yo.
I might have it saved in my
Fink.
phone, and I'll
Pull it up. Can
Bring
you
up
pull
some
Kate
some
Upton?
G-rated
Fink,
photos.
don't
dude.
pull up
Yo.
the pic where Verlander painted a map of Hawaii on her.
Listen, I can't. I don't even. I don't even know what to say at
All
this
right.
point. But anyway,
So this is dude's
Oh,
wife.
Google Lens. That's the wrong button.
Yeah.
I thought that was like to make it bigger.
This is part of his, persona here. In addition to being a great
She's
baseball
a
player.
Sports Illustrated swimsuit cover model like 3 times. I
Oh,
mean,
wow. Yeah, that.
she's like
that
back
rings
to
a
back
bell.
to back.
Okay.
She's like the Jordan.
There's
of
them two
swimsuit
losers.
cover
There's them two
models.
losers
Okay, hold
together.
up. I got a
It
question.
means nothing now.
Is the swimsuit edition WAF, or is that's
No,
cross?
once they put Tyra Banks and shit on it,
Right.
it
Yeah, that's cross.
Nah,
okay.
nah, nah.
Okay. Yeah. But I just thought because Rock didn't
Multicultural.
know.
I just
maybe.
didn't know who she was. I'm sorry.
All right. No, don't take it personal. It's fine. You're here.
You know,
You're
I don't
good.
know. Another like, my
All right.
wife had to explain all these models to me. I'm like, what?
All right. Well,
Some of
look.
these women look like
They
men
got a
to me.
couple other starting pitchers.
Take notes here.
Frambar Valdez, McCullers Jr.
Sucks.
And
Sucks.
Christian
Jr.
Javier. They're
Valdez.
good
Sucks.
pitchers, but they're all.
Who we
they're
got to
all
worry about
hittable.
with the bats?
The bats are what's
Yeah,
worried.
yeah.
Their leadoff guy is Altuve.
Sucks.
He was the
Struggling.
main guy of the cheating scandal.
squad, yeah.
But he's been horrible these playoffs. But you can't.
Because he ain't cheating.
No, he's really good, and you can't discount somebody like that because once you think he's in a slump, he busts right out of it, kind of like Schwarber or Rhys Hoskins does.
Yep.
Their second guy's a rookie shortstop, Jeremy Payne. He's
Sucks.
I think he started early in the year. He was batting like 7th or 8th for them, and he just kept moving. He's a really good hitter. He's going to be a problem. Their third guy is Yordan Alvarez, who reminds me of fucking Big Papi. He's the guy who hit the 3-run walk-off homer against Seattle in the second round in the divisional series.
All right.
To win
Scary.
game one. They were losing 7-5 in the bottom of the ninth with 2 outs, and he's got 2 strikes on him. He hit a ball almost as far as Schwarber hitting San Diego. Dude's a fucking monster, and he's not afraid of the moment. Then they got Alec Bregman, who's another cheater, Kyle Tucker, and then they got a couple guys. Like they got a dude who was born in Westchester. Chaz McCormick. He went to Millersville.
Alecos.
Yo, anybody know that guy?
Aleco's high
Anybody know
school
where
in
his
college.
parents are?
Boo. If he's from Westchester,
I'm gonna egg
boo
their house. I'm
Westchester.
gonna
Oh,
egg
you
their
do know where
house.
his parents are?
We're
Go
gonna
egg their house,
this
man.
weekend.
Go egg their house for us.
These Northeasters got no love for
He's
Westchester.
one of those guys who's like a pest, you know what I mean? He can really.
Yeah.
And they traded mid-season for a dude from Baltimore, Trey Mancini, who was he's a cancer survivor. He's a cancer survivor.
Trey Mancini, that sounds like he's
It's
he's
part of the
connected,
game.
bro.
It's part of the game. When you're doing the lineup names,
That's tough. That's a tough
Listen, I'm not
situation.
gonna
Dan
say-
Baker's
yeah,
not going to
tough
tell you that.
situation.
But this is a really good team, and you can't underestimate them. But I just think that the Phillies are
Okay.
in
Before you
too
get to the
good
Phillies,
a
I have a
spot.
critical question. Do any of these guys have criminal records or anything like a DUI that we can
No,
chant
nothing,
at them?
Nothing that I could think of.
If there is,
I mean,
I'll
they
find
have,
it.
2 of them have cheating
Fink.
They
scandals.
fucking cheated, man.
Find
What do
it.
you mean? They
Oh,
cheated.
yeah. I mean, the cheating, generally speaking. And I heard they haven't played in Philly since all that went down. Is that accurate?
Right, it's one of. I think there's a few stadiums they haven't
Oh, my
played in. since
God.
then.
Okay. So that actually, before we get into the Phils, I think everybody kind of agrees the Phils are, like I said, have that lightning in a bottle, and we all know, all the guys that can do what they do. We've all been paying attention to that. But that triggered something in my mind, which is Monday night, okay? Biggest game in Philadelphia since what? NFC Championship? Is that fair?
Or the last Phillies game here.
Well, no,
Last week.
NFC Championship, Eagles, Vikings, I'd say, biggest game, right? Sixers haven't made it, far enough to be in that category. Just happens to fall on Halloween, right? The idea of a World Series game in Philadelphia on Halloween.
That won't bring out the crazies, right?
Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out, right? Because
It's figured out.
it's figured out. It's already figured out. Well, because
It's going to be a scene.
well, what I was thinking
in
is
South Philadelphia.
there's got to be a couple people, like we know how the Philly folks do. There's going to be some really good interpretations of like the cheater costume. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
What is the cheater costume?
well, it's a
trash
costume.
can.
It's a costume. A lot of trash can stuff. A lot of things that allude to the fact that they're cheaters. I think that will be a theme. Don't you think that's right, Meech?
I mean, you'll have to be very creative to get into the stadium wearing a trash can through security.
I guess you got a point.
But so I don't think they'll be. But the people will be nuts. I mean, I don't know what the fuck they'll be dressed as, but they'll be kind of crazy that night.
Well, I think they should think about a trash can exemption. Maybe if it's not like over a certain size, like the trash can that you put in your bathroom.
Maybe they could just go into the game and then take over a Citizens Bank Park trash can.
There
What
you go.
even better?
Don't give
what
me
if,
any ideas.
Hey, what if instead of the rally towels, they just give away mini trash cans and things that bang on them?
So wait, are
know?
you two are going to the game? on
Then why don't
Monday,
they just
right?
arrest the fans as
I
they're
am.
walking in the stadium?
Me and Fink, we're going. Yeah.
So are you guys getting dressed up?
Wasn't planning on it. No, I got to be honest. I wasn't planning.
I wasn't
on it, no.
planning on it either,
No.
but I mean, I'm thinking about the trash can I did now.
But you
after
know,
Meech
like
says it.
we got a guy in the house here, one of our buddies in the back over here, who will just remain nameless for now, who said he's got his costume all planned out, and I think there's going to be a lot of people that are going to do that. But does it depend on how things go? Meaning, if we're up 2-0, all bets are off, right? That's going to be
Bedlam.
the best thing that you could ever
Bedlam at
experience.
the Bank Park,
But
too.
like, let's say if it's 1-1, or God forbid we're down 2-0, I think that's probably going to put a damper on things a little bit, right? Like you maybe you put the costume away. You got to
Kelly
just
Kelly
don't even
Delaney
talk
says
like
you can dress as Oscar the Grouch.
who's going to what?
Kelly Delaney said you can dress as Oscar
See,
the Grouch.
that's what I'm talking
That's
about.
a good way to get around it.
That is
Okay.
so good. Thank you. And I don't know what you're going to do because Oscar the Grouch has
Fanatic the Grouch. You can put Fanatic in the trash
Fanatic
can.
the
and
Grouch.
like-
But, Oscar.
I also think for security purposes, they won't let you in a full costume, right?
No,
It's not the
that's a great
same
question.
A lot has changed since the last time we've been in the World Series.
What do you consider full costume? Like accessories, like a trash can, or like full costume?
You know, like an
Yeah,
Oscar
even
the
like a
Grouch
zip-up
costume.
costume.
Really?
Yeah, you can't have your identity obscured, can you? I don't know if anybody knows the
You've
answer
seen
to
plenty
this.
of the like green men and the fucking people who come in with masks and shit on. You can definitely put a costume on and get into the game.
Well,
I doubt a trash can. That does sound a little extreme, but
I think we're going to see the full gamut no matter what we do. But I'm excited. That Oscar the Grouch is the perfect angle to go, I think. Now, have you guys...
My costume idea, for anyone who can help me out, I want to dress up like an Aramark employee, and I want to just walk into the fucking stadium. All right, so if anyone has an extra Aramark employee, maybe a little button that says beers, $16, I would appreciate it.
Which,
I
by the
left
way,
my badge at
wait,
home.
Wait, I saw the...
So this is my Halloween costume idea. And also,
So my company has
if I
Aramark
could
as-
be accompanied by like 6 actual Aramark employees and just get in the middle of you and escort it into the stadium, I'd also appreciate that. Just to be in costume.
Just to be in costume. On that note, that just gave me the best idea because we've talked about this guy in the past, the parrot guy. Miller Lite. That guy, saw him with my family the other day. My wife pointed him out.
Like in real life or at the stadium?
No, at the stadium. That's what I'm saying.
I thought you mixed with him in real life.
But it would be funny.
was still wearing
even
the
if-
parrot on his
the
shoulder.
parrot guy in church. He had the parrot on his shoulder.
you saw him at the bar one time, right?
I
So
did
there
see
you
him.
go.
I did see him out of character. But
He's out in the wild.
what I'm saying is
He's
it would be
outside, as
funny
the kids say
if you had a
nowadays.
ticket to the game and you were going to dress up, if you dressed up like that guy and then he came down your row selling the beers and you were dressed up like him.
You know what would be a good costume? Wear a Jose Altuve jersey and one of those jockey hats and have like a jockey stick and like jockey pants.
They had to blow
that
a
is-
horse that you look like. Oh,
Hey,
that's
that
a
is
good
gold.
one.
He definitely looks like a
You
jockey.
little tiny jockey motherfucker.
That's unbelievable. So I was hoping that you guys might have some good stories about times you've dressed up in the past, because I know, at least me personally, I've gotten in some, different stuff over the years, and it doesn't sound like at least you two guys are big.
Yeah,
Halloween guys.
this is for you. I'm not a
Yeah.
big dress up guy. I never got into
The
Halloween.
only thing I
Too
can
cool
like
for that.
really
That's fine.
remember
It's
is
not
when
that I
I
was
was
too
a
cool
kid.
for it. I just never gave a fuck.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, but
Part of
like
my-
when
part
I
of
was
my
in
language.
college, we had like Halloween
Yeah,
parties.
you had like parties, and you go to like
Yeah.
the Drexel party.
Fink, can
Yeah,
we
you know-
Halloween? All right,
you know
yeah,
what I would
pull
do?
that up.
What?
Okay.
at every
Okay.
my
So-
my father was a fireman.
This
and
is a-
he had like the official
Yeah.
firefighter's helmet
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
like the jacket. So I just wear I'd
Yeah.
wear a pair of
Yeah.
jeans, the firefighter's jacket, and the helmet. And then when I got there, I'd take the fucking helmet off and I just take the
Right.
jacket off,
Yeah,
and I'd
yeah.
end up in a
But look at
t-shirt and a pair of
Look
jeans.
at the
by the
joy
end of
in
the
this picture. This is me as Slash
night.
one
You don't
year.
look too happy.
You got a little
Yeah.
dirt. Is that a little dirt on your lip? What the
You
what the
know,
fuck is
that might
going
be a
on there?
little baby stash. You know what I mean?
Was that a real
Me and my
stash, or did
buddy,
you draw that?
he dressed up like Axl Rose. Shout out Siegel for our Halloween party. And then one year, my
What
wife
was
and
the
I.
ravenous chipmunk for that year, or whatever you call it?
Squirrel. What was squirrel?
Oh, the ravenous squirrel. It's the radical squirrel.
too
and-
young at
Yeah,
this
by the
point,
way, he
yeah.
was like 10 at that point,
Yeah.
so he wasn't involved. Then one year I went
Squirrel
as
listening?
squirrels. I don't think
wait.
squirrels listening,
Before we
man.
get past this, was that a real mustache that you were trying to grow, or is that something that you
Honestly,
drew on there with a Sharpie or
I
something?
can't validate that that's a mustache. I think it's actually a little bit of the shadow of my lip.
Oh,
but
alright,
you know,
alright.
I've never been a mustache guy. I'm to be honest with you. I've never done that. So
Looks weird. Why your lips puckered, dude?
I don't know, man.
Yeah, that's weird.
You know,
Little ducky lips.
I
Jesse's
just
like, I
thought
wish
we
we
could
could go down
talk.
this
I
road
hung
now.
out with you a little bit back in college.
I thought we could talk about the costume. I didn't think
Yeah.
we'd have to get into analysis of
Alright.
my lip positioning.
saw you in
anyway,
college,
Do you
buddy.
think?
You know what I always thought, because I'm not a good costume guy, but I always thought a really good costume was you get a Def Leppard shirt, the wig, a drumstick,
And the one
you
arm.
just put your
Yeah.
arm inside your shirt
Yeah.
for the whole night.
Not as good as the Aramark costume, that's for sure.
Well, that's just
That's gonna be the hottest costume for the next weekend.
Aramark.
You know what?
The
my
big costume
Triple
now,
Play
they saying
Sports,
it's
I think,
fucking-
makes them. And I actually know the guy whose uncle runs
Def
Triple
Leppard
Play
costume?
Sports. No, the fucking Aramark uniforms.
Let's get that. Let's order that right now. So my favorite costume that I used was one time I was in New York City and I needed a costume last minute. I was at a thrift store and I found a Michael Bolton T-shirt, with him and the saxophone, and then I got some like haggard wig and walked around like I was Michael Bolton, but I looked nothing like Michael Bolton.
Michael Bolton
yeah.
wearing a Michael Bolton T-shirt.
Yeah, essentially, because there's so
It's
many
fucking
good.
meta.
Yeah, so at
Right,
that
right.
point, right? So you're like, you were going to a party, obviously, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, shit, I don't have a costume. You see this a lot where people are just like trying to last minute scrape together some
That's
bullshit
what I did.
costume.
Yeah,
and you're
yeah.
like,
I was at Spirit Halloween last night at 8:30 with my twins, and they're running around, and they're looking at costumes like some toys that, like they're looking at the Minecraft accessories. I'm like, yo, guys, this is a costume. They end up with two of the corniest costumes I've ever seen in my goddamn life. But I was just like, okay, scurry on.
On the note
Let's
of
check
the
out.
Spirit store, two things. One, I'm loving that this has become a thing where everyone's creating these fictitious costumes and posting them on the
Yeah, they're
internet.
pretty
oh
fun.
yeah, those are funny as hell.
That's
Yeah.
become fun. And two, the worst place that you can end up, it's like Black Friday. You know, if you end up in a Spirit store like the day of Halloween, oh my God, you know what I
Oh,
mean?
it's terrible.
It's just absolute.
You might as well just rummage through dumpsters.
Yeah,
yeah,
at
I
that
mean
point.
that's
You
like,
might as well just grab a white sheet and cut some eye holes
you
in
know,
it.
that's
and
one of the worst
goes
places
goes.
you could ever
Yeah.
be, dude. That's like being on at Walmart and like Friday morning, a Black Friday or something like that. All right, but that's this is another great segue for me because as we talk about dressing up for the game, my mind goes back to something that we've talked about before, which is like game day fits, right? Like, what are you going to wear to the game? And now, as the playoffs have progressed, you know, some people are wearing the same thing they wore to the game they went to where they won. Fink is riding with the Scott Kingery jersey.
If they win, I wear the same
What
exact
is
thing.
this one though? That's a jersey though.
This is Harper.
That's Harper.
But
Okay.
I had this exact thing on other than the Kingery jersey, and I'll be wearing this.
You're just gonna ride
Halloween.
with that.
I'm superstitious. I got to do it.
I'm superstitious to wear. I wore my Jordan 3, the white and the white cement ones, to a couple games these playoffs, and I've been wearing them to match my Phillies jersey, and now I have to wear them when we watch the game. Because
Correct.
I love it, and I'm sure there's a lot of people that feel that way.
I got the playoff beard going. I was like, I want to shave this thing.
Oh,
but
that's right.
I can't.
Is that your contribution?
No, it was accidental, but it's gonna stay.
You're gonna keep it.
Yeah,
All right. Well, I mean, it's gonna end like next week, so it's not like gonna get that crazy.
but
right?
then it's November, so
So you're gonna go right into that.
I don't know.
All right.
Well, fucking itches, man. It's fucking
But,
itches.
I hear ya. I hate
speaking
that
of
shit.
the fits, one thing that's much different from the 2008, 9, 10, 11 runs is as soon as they won the goddamn game at midnight, you could be at Modell's and you'd have
Oh, I know where this is
the
going.
pennant hat, the pennant T-shirt, the fucking pennant, a sticker, a flag for your car, a magnet to put on your refrigerator, a pen for your kid's book bag. You could have whatever you wanted at midnight that night. It would say National League Champions, World Series, Now, at midnight, you got to order off fucking Fanatics.
Oh boy.
The worst goddamn piece of shit website. And you know, like, I hate them so much. I even ordered 2 hats off of there, and then I ended up getting the World Series hat, and I canceled my fucking order. It's like, when do you guys expect to ship this shit? When the series is over? Like, when do I want my World Series Harper jersey that I just spent $150 for? This should be overnighted for free, you fucking piece of shit website.
Whoa. Okay. Okay. Well, this is not new for you.
Yeah.
We know how you feel.
I'm sorry, but I mean, it's just it's hard. Like, they should have pop-up shops for old Models to
Right.
fill the void for this shit. It's
So-
not fair. Did you see the cars double parked outside the store in the Citizens
stadium?
Bank
Yeah,
Park?
yeah,
It's
yeah.
a disgrace. And I bet you them employees hate everybody. They're calling nonstop. Like, you got to alleviate this shit by putting your shit out in 50 other stores. There were people.
Well, that's a new era story.
I had a buddy. Yeah, but it's the only store they can go to get it right away. I had a buddy that went to the Dick's in Cherry Hill. He said there was like 40 people waiting out there for the truck to arrive. Like, how pathetic is that? Like, and this is the next day. This isn't the same night. You used to be able to get this shit so easy.
So-
Now you got to depend on this shit. And then Fanatics is like, oh, the Phillies set a record for most most money spent on shit. Yeah, well, ship it out to us, you motherfuckers. We want to wear it for the games.
All right.
Fuck
Knock it
Fanatics.
off, Fanatics. I think we've
No,
been down
don't
this
even
road.
knock it off. Fuck Fanatics. If
Whoa.
you could do anything, don't buy from them.
By the way,
I'm trying to get a hat, so I'm gonna buy it from them. I
thank
hate to
you
tell
know,
you,
if,
so it's probably not gonna be here until
Listen,
November.
Phils.
But
if
we'll take it.
Michael Rubin ends up listening to this and wants to sponsor the program, we can absolutely talk about that. Michael, reach out to me. You know,
Fucking quit. If Michael Rubin sponsors us, I'll fucking quit.
you
Swear to
know.
God.
Hey, let's put him in that bind. Let's make a couple calls, man. Let's make a couple calls. All right, so look, we get it. It's tough to get the stuff. I was actually walking down Walnut Street.
Thanks for making me think of that, Jesse.
All right, you got it. So
I really wanted
I was walking down Walnut Street the other day, and the Models that used to be there, that always had the stuff, wasn't there. It was a little sad. So it is kind of tough.
Very sad.
It's tough to get stuff.
Yo, Models sucked, man. I'm sorry. Models always sucked.
Whatever your opinion on Models is, the night the Phillies clinched anything, they'd have a giant table saying, "Here, it's a free-for-all. Pick whatever you want."
Okay.
We got supply shortages now.
But that's what I want to talk about, because for me, I saw like the NLCS shirts, and I was like, "That's a nice shirt."
No,
I was like, I can't buy that. I can't buy that because if for me, in every round it gets a little easier. Here's what I mean. Like, I'm not going to buy like an NLCS.
You want to wait for the World Series shirt.
Well, but like if we were to lose, like if I buy the NLCS shirt and then we lose the NLCS, I can never wear that shirt again because it'll remind me that we lost, right?
Now, wear it like Rachel
I had
Reeves
an Eagles.
I can't do that.
I had an Eagles
Can't do it.
2004 Super Bowl shirt that I wore it all the time. I was proud as shit of that shirt.
Well, okay. But see, here's the thing.
I wore it for years.
This is my question. Once you get to the World Series, is the fact that you were in the World Series enough that you can get the hat and wear it, and even if they lose, it's like, oh, well, we were still in the World Series. It would still remind me that we lost.
No, I never wore the 2009
That's
World
what I'm
Series
saying.
hat.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
I
why
think I tossed it as a matter
Now,
of fact.
and
I
that's
think
why
I'm waiting a little bit to get my World Series cap.
That's why, for
actually.
me, the only 2 times that I've run out to get stuff were after we won the championship, because I was like, this I want to have for the rest of the time. Anything short of that,
Well, see,
and I'm
I
not
got,
gonna,
yeah, but then
I
you
got
gotta
my
deal with
Foles jersey the week leading up to the game because I wanted to wear it at the game and I knew the fucking Eagles were winning. But afterwards, you couldn't get it.
You couldn't get shit.
You couldn't get the Foles jersey after that. It's
Actually,
like
I got a Foles jersey. I don't know how I got it, but I got one.
If the Phillies win the series, try getting a World Series Harper jersey. Try.
All right.
It'll be impossible.
all
You
right,
can get one
well,
from China.
You might get it in
know what I
time
mean?
for spring training.
and by the way, I think I have actually a Victorino, randomly have a Victorino jersey with a 2009 patch on it, and it's great, but
I met him a couple weekends ago.
did you meet him? Oh, yeah, I heard he helped you with your mic
Yeah.
functionality.
Yeah, I didn't meet him.
He said
Yeah,
hi to
he's
my
nice.
mom and everything.
By the way,
It's your fault, man, not us.
can we just say, like, Meech, do you realize that it's been like almost a month since the last time we were with you, and now that you're here and you're saying
I didn't
all
even
these
know I was
things,
part of the goddamn team anymore. Shit.
you got to be kidding me.
Always
the
part
code
of the
was
team,
changed
man.
in the
Come
door
on.
when I
Was
walked
the
in.
code changed? Oh my gosh, you got to be kidding me. No, dude, you're
We're ready to tell you
critical.
about the
You're
the
critical.
Fanatics sponsorship. That's what happened.
You're welcome here anytime, Meech. All right, so last thing
There
on
goes
the
our
fits.
Fanatics sponsorship.
Last thing on the fits, because I think this is important.
Blood
Meech,
money. Fanatic. I'd rather have a
He's just
Jeffrey Dahmer Netflix sponsor the show.
Hey, if you're Foreman Mills or like, I guess Dick's, they're
Foreman Mills is cool.
They're too corporate. Like, are there any kind of local sporting?
Yeah,
goods
there's
stores?
a couple. It's like Rally House. Isn't that a local?
Yeah, I just seen a
Oh,
Leonard,
yo,
I just
Rally
seen a
House.
Leonard Fournette touchdown. That's one part of my.
Hey,
Nice.
listen, if you're affiliated with Rally House and you hate
Rally
Fanatics,
House.
yeah, I don't know about the song. The song
no,
is
the
kinda,
song's the shit. Don't
I
you,
don't
you
know,
can't
dude.
change the song.
That
That's
gets
catchy
in my
as a
head.
motherfucker.
No, shop every
like
team
your
in
Rally House.
town.
Yeah,
Get your
see?
city. I don't know, man.
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
Rally House.
Rally House, holler at us. Holler at us. We're going to Rally House when the Phillies
just
win the
bought
World
some-
Series.
oh, yeah.
Damn it!
I just
All right,
bought some
Party at
socks from
Rally
Rally
House.
House.
We're shutting it
listen.
down.
Last thing on the fits, we got to talk about the hats, okay? Because I've seen you've been drudging up some of your, or somebody found your article from back in 1964.
The article
that
even
you
have my
wrote.
government name on it, which
that-
I don't
yeah.
use in
Okay,
podcasts.
so
and
you got to talk to us a little bit. I have a couple. I have a couple funky hat things. Like somehow, I hope there's someone out here who can relate to me on this because I am between 2 fitted hat sizes.
Me too.
Are you too?
Yes.
Okay, so a 7 1/4 is too small, and a 7 3/8 is too big. I need a 7, and somebody do the math on me, like break it
Wait,
down.
what was that? 7 1/4.
7 1/4 and 7 3/8. Those
Well,
are the two. I'm
see,
in between that.
Here's what's fucked up about New Era Cats.
Pisses me off.
Is, are you telling them to knock it off?
Tell them knock it
Here's what pisses me off about New Era
Get
Caps
the
now.
snapper.
Before 2006 and before, they used to be made out of wool, 100% wool, which stretches. Like if you got a size that was a little small, you would just have to stick it in your foot, stretch it out, and the
That's it.
seams would snap, and it would fit your head perfect.
Then
it was made for that.
Then Fanatics bought a steak.
No.
In New Era.
Then New Era switched to polyester, which I guess is cheaper, but they
That'll
cost
be my
more
guess.
money. Like the wool hats used to cost $30. The polyesters are $44.
So
and
you're
they
telling me
suck.
they make it
That's just
cheaper and
inflation,
charge us
man.
more?
That's just inflation.
It's the American way right there.
Yeah.
But anyway, the wools used to be easy to deconstruct and
More malleable,
and
huh?
they'd fit
Right.
form
Malleable,
fit on your
yes.
head perfectly. There's still a couple spots you can get wool hats, like Mickey's Place is a. But
Rally
I,
House,
I
maybe?
stopped
I don't
wearing
know.
I stopped wearing fitted hats like 12 years ago. This is the first. This World Series one was the first fitted hat I bought, probably like 12 years maybe.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just
I see you with hats on like every week, and that's.
I don't wear fitted hats.
Oh yeah,
He
you wear
likes
like
these,
the camp
you know?
hats.
Yeah, I wear-
You're right.
So you kind of like, it's not like I don't want to call it a dad hat. I'm not trying to insult you. You know what I mean? But like, for
No,
me,
I'm a dad. It's not insulting.
I know. But like that, like, you know.
Listen, it's
Yo.
I don't have the type of head to wear.
Okay.
You
So-
don't like the big crown.
Look,
Your crown is
To me, this
collapsed.
looks a little bit like a towel. You know what I mean? Like you got a towel on your head, and it's just kind of like wrinkled up and like laying on your head. We talked about it, like this. For me, this is a good fit. And I actually don't know if this is the what do they call it? The lower size one, the hats they make.
low crown.
Low profile,
Low
right? Low
profile.
profile. I actually don't know what this is, but this is to illustrate your point right here. I think, right? Because this is like the standard fit on the hat, and it looks like I'm wearing like a
It still doesn't look as bad on
yeah.
you.
It's just too.
as it
yeah.
would.
I have a bigger head and just larger face, and so
I think it looks all right.
I don't know
Not
though.
too bad.
It's very like it's high. I can feel it. There's a lot of room in there. You know what I mean? So this is what you're trying to avoid, right? This
Yeah,
issue that we have.
see, I couldn't do it. Now this is going to be way too big on me. But you get the idea. Look how
Hold on.
high this shit.
I actually don't think. Yeah, it looks a little silly.
horrible.
You got that northeast
it-
look,
yeah.
bro. You got that real
Looks like I'm wearing a
northeast look
fucking
right
top
now.
hat
Okay.
with a brim.
Let me just say this
Like-
too. I want some inside knowledge. If there's anybody,
So I've got look. See that? I don't know
okay,
if you could
get into it. You go.
I don't know if you could zoom in on those, but this one has the stiff innards of the fucking.
Stiff innards. What are you talking about?
Look at
Jesus
the inside of that, right?
The netting.
This one, I remove
Oh, I see
I
what you're
remove the
talking about.
netting so it could lay flat
Yeah,
on
okay.
top of my
Like a floppy-
my little domed head, so it's not
The
doesn't
baby
stick
head.
up like I'm a chef and I got a fucking rat under there cooking soup. So that's what I have to do, and I've always
that a
had to do
Ratatouille
it.
reference?
It's a Ratatouille reference.
That's amazing.
I can fit a fucking rat under my hat, and he can pull my fucking.
So you cut the guts out of your brand new hat, huh?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what he does. I like it.
Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to wear it.
Okay.
It's-
Why don't
So
you try
it's
the
not-
low
it's not a,
profiles? Have you tried
Yeah,
the low
can we
profiles?
get your low
I've
profile?
tried them. I don't like them.
Okay.
I like the.
So we realize you're all having the same problems. You totally relate to this. It makes sense, and this is.
But
hitting,
I'm sure I'm not
This
alone.
is hitting.
I'm sure there's other people who don't even bother buying them because they think there's no help. I'm here to say there's help,
Right,
people.
there's help.
All you got to do is remove the guts.
But this is the World Series content that you want, and I understand that. But this is the last thing I'm going to ask the people. If you or anyone else knows a hack to make your hat, your fitted hat, a little bit bigger, because I've tried everything. Like I pull it on my knee, you get it wet, I cut it a little bit. To
You
get,
just wear it.
yeah, I'm wearing it. It hurts
fucking
though.
wear it.
you
dude.
can look up
You got to
online,
run a mile in that motherfucker.
Is that what I got to
sweat
do?
in
That's
it,
not going to
yeah.
happen.
something to make it. And
Get a
they're-
snapback.
Yeah, you got to snap.
they make these little contraptions that sort of like a reverse vice where it pushes it out. Mm-hmm. They make them.
All right.
Look it up online. You don't have to ask the City Pigeons.
We have the
to
Rally
do
House
your
ship
dirty
date
work.
that Meech. November 4th,
you know.
Rally House you can ship from.
I can shit.
Ship.
What?
Ship.
Ship what?
Rally House. We're getting you an update on their shipping date. You were just talking about Rally House.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
they're
yeah.
shipping
Yes.
out November 4th?
Yes.
When the hell's that? That's when I'll be in Houston celebrating the fucking Game 6 victory.
Yeah, you need it before.
Add
then.
them to Meech's list.
God damn it. I mean, I don't.
They have stores there.
Rally
They
House
have
has their
stores.
arms tied because Fanatics is.
They also have
holding
stores you
everything
can go
hostage.
to.
Dude, there's a supply
All right.
shortage, man. There's a supply
So-
shortage all across the board, man.
Yeah, because Fanatics is hogging it all up. And they're holding it hostage.
So we've seen a lot of talk about these surge prices on the World Series tickets. Meech, one of the funnier moments of my past week, and I always have a couple moments each week where I see something you said that makes me laugh.
That's my whole purpose in life.
You serve that purpose, for me at
I'm
least.
such a knucklehead.
Beef.
There's a
Funny
few of
content.
us that really think, you're a funny guy. But you challenged.
Like 3 people
Yeah.
on
He-
a.
It's us three.
My
Meech-
wife.
So wait, Meech challenged President Biden's assertion that he was helping the economy and bringing gas prices down by saying, Joe, what are we going to do about the World Series ticket price crisis?
And he ignored me.
Yeah, he didn't get back to you. I got a text from Jill Biden tonight. It's so weird.
Jill
she
or
texted
Joe?
me. Jill.
Damn.
She's
Are you
really,
serious?
Yeah, she wants me to, support her or somebody, whoever,
Oh, one of them
It's
things.
crazy, man.
I
can't believe that she reached out to me directly like that. So everybody's trying to get their hands on these tickets, man. It's like the biggest thing. And Meech, I thought this would be a perfect time for us to do the ticket giveaway. So and this is another thing.
I feel like such a loser on Twitter because I'm pretty much begging for tickets, but it's just how bad I want to go to these games.
I say,
I was just trying to promote. I was thinking of ways to promote our live podcast, and I thought we'd have a giveaway, a ticket giveaway, where we give away a World Series ticket, but instead of us giving it away, you, the listener, when we choose you, you give us your tickets.
Okay.
And then we can go to the game, or at least me.
All right.
I don't think it works that
So
way,
right
man.
now is when we're going to
It's
choose.
It's like a reverse
Drum
ticket
roll,
giveaway.
please. Fink, can you pick the
Is there
person?
people in the comments that are offering tickets?
Yeah, who's offering? Is anybody offering?
was
There has
tickets?
been 0 offers so far from
This
each.
is
That's
unbelievable.
what I figured.
You
This
could
is
pull that,
unbelievable.
what's her name? Finkelstein lady from 09. She
thinking
offered
of,
sex for tickets. Might work.
Okay.
Wait,
Yeah,
what?
well,
Let's
Say sex for
you're trying
tickets?
to,
That was Susan Finkelstein. You remember that?
Right,
When,
she got
She had a
in trouble for that.
Craigslist ad for she was
Oh,
looking
yeah,
to get in the
yeah,
World
yeah,
Series.
yeah.
She was
Yep.
offering.
Hey, she tried it.
Hey.
You know what I mean?
I'm not going to touch that. I'm not touching that one.
Yeah.
All right.
This
Well,
is a family.
Charges
show.
got thrown out. She was not guilty. It's just
All
she's
right.
a good fan.
so Meech, I think you have been involved in this endeavor for a long time, right? Like you.
What endeavor are we?
This endeavor, this whatever you want to call this, us sitting around talking, doing our thing, and
Right.
you've dug in on that. When I called you up randomly and was like, hey, we should do this thing, and you were like, what the hell are you talking about? And
They
then
hung up on you?
Yeah, and then you slowly started kind of like coming into the equation, and then we brainwashed you and made you willing to do this. You've invested a lot of effort in
Bribed
this.
me.
And, I just think I feel like I've seen you talking about all this and saying how badly, that you want to go to all these games. And I've been fortunate enough throughout my time to get a lot of tickets, and I've just been lucky to be there. And so, I think that this is a perfect place for me to say to you, if you want to go to the World Series game on Monday night, that I will gladly have you come with me to the game on Monday night. So I'm putting that on the table.
Listen,
for you.
This isn't in lieu of your kid, is it?
No, the kid's going. I got it taken care of, man. I got it taken care of. So if you want to go with us, now listen.
Well, I mean,
Listen, I know there's a couple people in here. Like, if you weren't going to take me up on that offer,
like, I'm
they
not gonna-
gladly step
what is
in.
it? I
There's
think
a
I'm
fine-
blushing. Like,
Look at him. He is turning
I'm
red. Look
turning
at him.
red a
How
little
does it
bit. Like,
feel?
I don't know
All
what
right.
to say here.
Look, listen.
Like, I can't turn down a fucking
Okay.
World Series ticket. That would be the pretty much.
So we got 116, row 16, right?
See, I'm row 14 or above.
Yeah, you can't go.
Never
You can't
mind.
go. You
Never
can't
mind,
go.
dude.
Hey, but
I'm
you
not
gotta,
sitting row
listen,
16 with the schlubs back there.
Listen, you got to bring your glove because this is right where they throw the ball. Like when the players come off at the end of the inning, right? They throw it into the crowd.
Right.
This is where it is. And I actually had a moment.
Well, I'm going to be wearing a full Wolfman suit that night.
Yeah. By the way, here's my only condition: you have to go to the game in an Aramark costume. That's it, dude. Or Oscar the
You know how
Grouch.
much money I could
I don't
probably
care.
make if I went there
I
in
don't
an
care.
Aramark
Yeah.
costume?
I
Or
don't
a
care.
bucket of beer?
No, but I was there with my son a couple weeks ago. I actually have to tell this story, and it's really
Jesse,
kinda,
is this like a serious offer?
this serious
or are
right
you
here.
punking me?
Let's go.
Oh, that's
Let's go.
awesome.
Let's go.
Wait, do I
You're a
get
good
one
dude.
too?
Nah, man, you got no chance in hell. You are out. Fuck that. Hell's gonna freeze over
I'm
before
outta
you go to
here,
the World
folks.
Series, bitch. Forget about it.
You're a
Hey,
good
take your
dude,
pee
Jesse.
break. Take your pee break. We had an over/under on
I'm
bathroom
actually
visits.
going to the Yeti cooler.
All right, go to the Yeti cooler. Which what did we say? The line was 1.5 on
So if
bathroom
somebody
visits.
wanted to give Meech tickets and now he has one, you can give him to me.
No one is gonna. Who's ever watched City Pigeons Podcast is gonna give you World Series tickets. That's not gonna happen. Anyways, let me tell 2 stories real quick about going to the playoffs.
I feel blessed right now.
You
It's
should
very
feel
nice.
blessed. You
Thank
should feel blessed. All right, so look, and I don't mean that.
I'll
way.
just try
I mean,
and sneak
I'm
up
happy.
to like row 14.
When I was watching you all week tweet about it, I was like, I should probably hook Meech up, man. I should probably hook Meech up. And then so, here we go. Anyway, look,
I don't want to be like one of those little beggars.
you're not a beggar, man. Come on, you know you're my homie, dude. Let's go.
Thank you,
We're gonna have a
thank
great time.
You're still
Halloween.
red. That was so cute.
All
Look
right.
at you.
So wait,
Look, you're still red. That was the
I gotta
cutest thing
tell
ever.
these 2 stories real quick. So I'm sitting there with my son, and my buddy Trevor, who some of you guys may have seen, the seats that we had were right in the, if you were looking at a left-hander, right? We were right behind it in the camera. So every time they would go to the camera, we'd be behind it. And when Harper hit the home run against the Braves to, after the Reese Hoskett. Am I getting this right? I'm so confused. That was the Braves, right? After the Reese slammed the bat.
I'm like zoned out.
All right, you're
now.
out. You're the one who's supposed to tell me this. Yeah, okay. So anyway, Harper hits the home run, and my buddy, there's the guy behind us who had to hit that John sign.
Right.
So my buddy is literally standing right in front of him, and Bryce is going like this. And Fink, see if you can find this. It's the hit that John thing, and he's right there, okay? Now, here's the deal with this. I was sitting right next to him, and after the Reese home run, which was like the greatest moment, I mean, that was one of the best moments I've ever experienced, right? Just when they intentionally walked.
The bites.
Right,
That's
to get to him. Okay, look, so if we blow this up, right there, the kid with his mouth wide open and the beard right there, right there, that's Trevor, okay? Now, his brother, that's actually Radical Squirrel. Look, see the guy with the sign. Hold on.
Squirrels in his photo?
See the guy with the sign under the guy's right elbow with the glasses? His head is obscured.
Right here.
Yeah, that's him.
Oh, that's Squirrel?
Now, I was standing right next to the Squirrel, and let me tell you what happened. So I had my son at the game, okay? The Reese homer happens. I'm like, this is the greatest thing ever. He's been asking me for popcorn or something. I'm like, they're bringing in a reliever. Let's go. We got this. No problem. And I pride myself at the Eagles. I sit right by the exit, so I go. I think I'm a ninja, right? Like when the kickoffs are happening, I'm in, I'm out, never waiting in line. I get up there. I'm standing behind, like there's only one person in line. They're taking forever. I'm bugging out. Next thing I know, I hear, and I'm like, you got to be shitting me. Bryce Harper just hit a home run, and I'm standing on the concourse.
Ooh.
So I was already pissed at myself for
with the usher going, can you please wait
right.
until the at-bat's over?
Listen, huge violation. I'm calling myself out. But what made it even worse is when this moment is memorialized, like virally, and I would have been right there and had this like for the rest of the time. And so it's like it was meant to happen. Like I deserve this. Anyway, so this is, we're not going to be right there, but we're going to be close to that.
That's
so
all right.
you got to be ready to go.
Look at that smile on
so-
his face. Look at that smile.
So the good news is Trevor, he's like 6'4", 6'5", right? So when they were coming off the field, Trevor and myself would take my son and like vault him into the air so that like they couldn't miss him, and they would throw him a ball. So they throw a ball over, and like a kid who was probably like 15 at the last second, like when you have
Vultures
it, when you have it, and you're like it's in your hands, the kid comes in and. So I'm thinking you bring your glove, and we could try to do that to like another kid. You know what I mean? You could come
Here's
in and
the thing.
vulture that out.
I'm not bringing a glove to a Major League Baseball stadium during the playoffs.
Listen.
I just won't do it. But I will fucking tackle somebody and get a ball for your son if need be.
I thought based
Then
on
you'd be
Is there an age limit on the kid that you will? Is there an age limit on the kid you will hit?
Whatever. I'll
What's that guy's
talk.
name?
If they want to interview me afterwards and ask why I did it, it was for a free ticket, and you have to understand.
Yeah. Well, I thought based on your hat, maybe you would bring one of those old-time gloves, like the little ones, you know what I mean? The old leathery ones.
My dad has one of the old fucking, it looked like separations in between the fingers.
Yeah.
And he used to have a catch with me with that shit. I was like, how?
He was
how's
probably
a ball
like,
even-
anybody can catch with these newfangled gloves.
Yep.
It is kind of ridiculous when you see some of these gloves these outfielders are wearing and stuff. Did we start on the oven mitts? By the way, this guy the other day, he had two.
The
Somebody
dual
had two.
oven mitt. I said I would rather break all 10 of my fingers than wear 2 oven mitts while I'm on the base pads.
Wait, these dudes are out there with fucking 2 oven mitts?
Double oven mitts. Who was it? I'm trying to
The
remember.
Colton Wang, is that his name? The quick guy for the Padres who would score from first base on a goddamn single that one time.
Anyway, double oven mitts is something.
Yeah.
All right. Well, geez, that was a good moment. I was not sure. You
was
know,
good for some.
If I need to do that, it was only good for some. That's true. You got a point.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Look,
Hey, don't be sorry. I've been to plenty of games.
you
man.
did. You got to go to the Eagles home opener.
Listen, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm happy for Meech, man.
All right. Good.
Yeah,
Thank
he
you.
definitely deserves it more than I do. I'm a fake fan.
Look at
over
that
here,
smile.
man.
He
I'm
is
jumping
stop.
on the bandwagon, man.
All right.
But if anybody
I
wants to
don't-
give me
listen.
tickets, I'll take them.
I don't know. Look, I don't know where we go from here. We're obviously super hyped up for this game tomorrow. I had one more thing on my list, and we kind of rode the wave by calling this.
Well, hey, listen, I have a good story from the 2008 World Series. If you got
We got time.
5 minutes where I could tell.
We
a
got
good story?
time. Yeah, sure. Can you hand me one of those beers while you're at it?
You want a Miller Lite? Or you get one of these pop
Whatever.
drinks.
Oh God, this is what Meech got. This is a.
No, it's not what I got.
No, Fink got this. It's a hazy double IPA.
Looks delicious.
It's cold now.
So listen, in 2008, I was
a good
blogging.
idea.
I had my
Did you
website.
have a blog?
So I was.
Didn't you get a Best of Philly? I don't remember.
I did, but not till 2 years later. It took time for them to catch up.
Unbelievable. The disrespect.
The disrespect. So I was way into the Phillies. I was going to all the playoff games I could, and because our little T-shirt sales business was going well, I could afford to go to the tickets and pay the prices. So I entered the lottery for the Phillies and the Devil Rays in 2008. I don't think they were still called the Devil Rays back then, but whatever. I lost the Phillies one, obviously, like everyone else, but I won the Devil Rays one. So I got the tickets, and I was about to buy them. I was like, you know what? I might as well just go down here because I got these for face value. It was game 2. So I got these for face value at 4 tickets. So me, my best friend, my brother-in-law, and his buddy decided to fly down for game 2 of the World Series. So we got a flight out of Atlantic City that was leaving the morning of game 2. So we drive to Ocean City. We stay at my buddy's house. We watched game 1 at yesterday's bar on 34th Street.
Yeah.
Me and Chris Burke.
Love it.
Watched Utley homer. They won. We slept, went to Atlantic City, hopped on a plane, went to Orlando, drove up to Tampa.
We got a viewer that was at the game.
Which game? Game 2?
Yeah.
Kelly Delaney.
Look at that. Also,
Game
somebody
two.
who
Oh, yeah,
said, by the way, somebody who said our ticket giveaway was an inside job. So, just saying.
I get down to, we won game 1, and then we get down to Tampa for game 2, and I was like, I can't wait to talk shit on all these dudes. Like, we're up 1-0. They ain't ready for us. I think we get off, the first place we stop is a Cracker Barrel, and they see us in our Phillies jersey, like, hey, great game last night. I think you might have us, but we're gonna try our hardest. I was like, how can I even talk shit to these people? They don't even care, obviously. So we go to the game. They lose game 2. Sleep there, catch a flight home. Game 3, my buddy calls me. He's like, yo, I got tickets tonight in Hall of Fame Club right behind home plate. All my friends backed out. Do you want to go? I was like, yeah, I don't mind being the 5th choice. Let's go. So we went to the game 3. Chooch walk-off. We were there all night. Great game. Then game 4, my buddy's got tickets. So we go down to the parking lot for game 4, and he's got the tickets in his back pocket, right? And we're tailgating, and we're talking shit.
Let's go.
Let's go.
We got some Fightins fans walking by.
They have like this bar set up. We're hanging out with all these people we don't know. I was like, all right, let's get ready to go into the game. We go into the game. He goes to reach for his tickets. He doesn't have them.
What?
I was like, yo, where could they be, man? He's like, maybe I left them in my car. We went to his car. Not in his car. He's like, I stopped at Wawa on the way here. Let me call Wawa. See if I left them in the car.
At that point, you're just
I was like,
come
Wawa's
on, dude.
no. So this dumbass, he's still my best friend. He's been my best friend since nursery school, and he's still my best friend
Rock
now. This complete dumbass.
Oh, I would never
put
do such a
2
thing.
World Series tickets in his back pocket, in his jeans, just sitting there, and somebody fucking pickpocketed him for the 2 tickets. I was so angry.
So you didn't-
We ended up going to the bar, watched the Joe Blanton homer, Pedro Feliz homer. They fucking
Yeah, I
routed
don't
him.
know
The
your
whole
homie,
crowd was
but
going
that is
crazy.
a fucking terrible idea. Who does
It
something like that?
was one of the worst. Like
That is rugged.
the first the 2 games I went prior were so great, and then this experience it was just like
You guys still bust his balls about it all the time.
he don't give a shit.
No.
He honestly doesn't.
Hey, Meech.
you can't bust this
Guess
dude's
what?
balls.
You know when that wouldn't happen if they had
Electronic
digital
tickets.
tickets. So
But then you wouldn't have had the ticket
can't have your
stub,
cake
you know
and
what I
eat
mean?
it too,
Well,
pal.
he didn't get the ticket stub anyway.
Well, they ain't had the sticker stub anyway, yeah.
Can't have your cake and eat it too.
I mean, I would have guarded these tickets. I mean, they were.
That's
were
horrific.
so
Yeah, I doubt your
small.
homie got pickpocketed. Those things just fell out of his fucking pocket
He
somewhere.
got pickpocketed.
Then somebody
Think?
grabbed them. Either way,
Definitely.
Yeah.
that is awful. And hopefully nothing like that happens
Hold
to
on,
anyone.
I'm getting
that's
a
going.
text from my son.
You gonna- what did he say?
I was watching the podcast. You going to the World Series? yeah, Max, I'm going to the World Series.
So, wait, is that Max?
Yeah.
Yo, Max, I'm sorry, man. I wish I had another for you. I do.
Does that say
But-
Ben Simmons just airballed a layup?
Yeah, I was about
Yeah.
to say that, but yeah.
Like,
just-
wait, we can't talk about Ben Simmons. That is prohibited from the program. All right, here's the last thing I got, because we kind of we rode the wave by calling this podcasting on our own, right? The dancing on our own, moment. And, you know, I got to be honest. I'm kind of one of these people. I'm not a contrarian per se. But, you know, sometimes I'm like, is this really any good? And when I first heard this song and that this was their song, I was a little bit like, I don't know, man. This really is not my jam. You know, I think
you can't stop singing.
Yeah, well,
yeah, I'm with
I
you.
will say this. It gets stuck in your head
Yeah.
like crazy. And when being at the game the other night when after, you know, we clinched and everybody's singing it all together, it's kind of hard not to like it. You know what I mean? And I was just wondering because that song sounds super
Listen, I'm pretty up in pop culture, and I listen to lots of music.
That's clear.
And I know what's going on, but I never heard the song. Like I don't
Right.
remember ever hearing
Yeah.
it. And it's from like two different.
it's a mix, right?
No,
Or
there's.
something?
I think there's a dude. What's the dude's name? Like Callum Scott or something.
The original's by Robin.
Yeah, the original's by Rob.
Then this
and then you
one's
got
Callum
like two
Scott.
camps.
He's from
They're-
British
Yeah.
Talent of Stars or something. No, that's a
yeah,
remix.
it's him and Callum Scott, but it's like two versions, and there's like two camps that are split on it, and like I heard them both. The Robin version is by far superior in my non giving a shit about that kind of music opinion.
Yeah.
But it's just if the team motivates to it and they love
Exactly.
it, then
That's
I love it.
then that's
I
the
It's
right
don't
not
think
about-
that's
it's not about
it's
me.
not a motivational song. It's more of like a celebratory song, if you ask me.
That's what
It's-
everyone's
yeah,
arguing,
They-
like,
they
which
play
is
it
the
in
right
locker
one.
room after they win.
Yeah, after
You
they
got a
win.
good
They don't
point.
play
I
it.
think this. Listen, people hate me, whatever. I don't like the song at all.
Who hates you, Rock?
No, I'm not saying people hate. People are going to hate me because I hate the song. I think the song is soft. First of all, it's more of a celebratory song, right? So it's like when the Eagles had their run, they had Dreams and Nightmares from a Philadelphia artist. It was a hype
Not
song.
soft.
Not soft at all. It was a Philadelphia artist who, you know, you can listen to something like that to get you hyped, to get ready to go play a game. You're not listening to Dancing on My Own to get hyped to go fucking play baseball. It's like a game, like, it's a song
Okay.
that you listen to after you win, everything's good, yada, yada. We need a hype song. I'm not a fan of the song. Hate me all you want. I think
Hey.
the song's soft as fuck. But hey, it is what
I-
it is.
listen,
It's
I appre-
celebrating. It's
I
when we
appreciate
it's when we
his,
win.
his
Celebrate.
realness, and I think he's making some valid points. I will say this: baseball
It's
is
definitely not hard.
right, but
No, not at all. It's definitely not. Not getting
I don't
nobody
think
hyped
anyone's
up.
arguing with that.
yeah, but listen, like baseball, I don't know is a game where people are sitting in the locker room listening to Metallica beforehand. Maybe they are, but it's not that much. It's not the same as like football. Do you know what I mean? Like you're not.
I hear
like-
you. No,
I don't know. What do you think?
That's what you got walk-up
You
music
can
for.
definitely, if you're gonna go play,
you hear that
if you're gonna
walk-up
go play
music?
something, you're gonna get hyped.
Okay,
You're gonna listen to
all right,
something
all
to
right.
get you hyped.
I'm gonna trail you here and say this.
It's pretty, but it's when they're celebrating.
I got-
It's part of a playlist, but
I hear
it
you.
became their little song. And if it's their little song, it's my little song.
I hear you, but
Let's go,
what
Phillies.
Shane said they didn't have a song when they won in 2008, right?
right.
So
Yeah, they
Yeah,
didn't
but
have
they
a
were
song.
also wearing Affliction T-shirts and Ed Hardy hats. So you take the
Affliction.
good with the bad, bro.
All right, I'm going to say this. This is going to be an unpopular opinion, I think, but the Bryson Stott song, A-OK,
That gets the crowd going.
I can't deal with that.
See, I like
hate
it.
that song.
And
I hate
the I don't like the song, but the
hate
crowd
it.
like chants it.
I
like,
hate it all season. Yeah.
That is the worst song. I'm sorry, dude.
It's soft, but
Wait, they say A-OK, and then they start like country
a
rapping.
chant.
Oh, my God.
But I'm not rapping the whole song. It's just
I don't care.
The one little
I don't like it.
15-second snippet.
Meech, he
to
doesn't
when
like it.
Bryson
You don't like it
Stott
either
comes
anymore,
up.
Meech.
I thought
You're
it was
gonna lose
really
your
funny.
ticket.
I saw a guy who was videotaping Bryce as he like stepped into the box, and he had one of those like more kind of countryish jams, and the guy was like videoing him, and like he was like singing it, and he was like so hyped.
Yeah,
you
it
know?
or
was
if he's
part of
hyped,
his
if,
TikTok.
yeah, if he's getting
Yeah.
hyped, then I
Now,
like
what
that.
was
but-
didn't fucking like JT Realmuto have the Applebee's song or one of them earlier this year? Which one of them had
I
the
don't know.
Applebee's song? as their
All I
walk-up?
know
Like,
is
that's
this.
corny.
All I know is this. Chase Utley had Led Zeppelin. Okay, you know Shane had Bob Marley. Jimmy Rollins used to have like all sorts of different really cool stuff. He used that song Philly Shit for a little bit. Like that was a different era. I like the music better then. That's just how I feel. Either way, guys, keep doing whatever the hell you're doing.
Right.
Bryson, when you come up, I'll be in the crowd. A-OK, man. I don't care.
A-OK.
Whatever. I'm singing, dancing on with a tear streaming down my eye after the freaking clincher. Let's just be real. That's how we feel. So, look, whatever these guys have, whatever they have bottled up, and whatever you've been doing, whatever everyone's been doing, don't stop doing that. And tomorrow night,
We need a new song.
and can we
man.
just say this? The best thing about this is you get to set times to be with your friends and your people and people who love these teams and the city who you've known your whole life, and it gives you an opportunity to get together because everybody's got so much going on in their lives. We put that all on pause for a couple weeks because it's a special time. So everybody is watching. Hey, I appreciate you guys checking this out, and make sure you're subscribing since you're already on YouTube anyway. They tell me if you get to 1,000, maybe they pay you or something. So, like get your friends, your family. If your mom's next to you, your dog, I don't know who has a YouTube account, but seriously, it would be very helpful. And let's go Phils. Everybody have a great freaking weekend.
Go Phils.
By the way, I have no idea what City Pigeons is going to do next week. We haven't even talked about it, but we'll see how this thing goes.
Usually shout out the sponsors.
And listen, hold up real quick. Maybe we do it. There might be, I don't even want to say, but if things go well, maybe we'll go to a certain event where everyone's going to be together in the middle of the city. I don't know. Shout out to the Goodhart Law Firm, our biggest supporter.
Shout out Goodhart.
Mark Goodhart. The news on the street is that he's going to be wearing some sort of absurd costume to one of the World Series games, so look out for him. And if you happen to injure yourself at the game, make sure you reach out to him as well.
I'm going to need that info.
Or injure him at any moment. Oh, Fink, that was beautiful. I just want to tell one quick story. Fink was about to head out to Frankfurt and Kottman, right?
Yes.
And he put out a tweet saying, my emergency contact is whatever. And somebody said, who's your lawyer? And before he could respond, I replied, it's Mark Goodhart. And he said it's Mark Goodhart. So
Correct.
Mark Goodhart is there for us when we go to Frankfurt or Kottman or Broad Street.
When I tackle the guy in your row so Dean can get this ball, after I tackle his ass, I'll be like, yo, call Mark Goodhart, motherfucker.
Absolutely. And by the way, I was with Mark Goodhart the other night.
Over and
So I was with Mark Goodhart.
Come on, man.
After the NLCS game, I went on to Broad Street with Mark Goodhart, and there was a police barricade coming at us, and he counseled me, how to handle that and where to move and all. And so, I just appreciate everything he's done for us and everybody that supports the program. And
was that pro bono?
That was pro bono. Well, nothing's pro bono, right? No, but listen, I hope we're talking about World Series championship next week, and I hope everybody's a great weekend with their friends and family. Go Phils, go Birds,
Yeah,
go Union.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Yo, you lost the over-under, by the way. Nobody went to the
Nobody peed. What are the chances nobody peed? Well, hey, guys, thanks for holding your bladders. Great job. And thanks for everybody who pulled together to make this happen. Creative Outfit, Radio Kismet, Christopher Plant, everybody. We appreciate you. And
especially you, people watching.
You people
really make it happen.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Peace.
See ya.